Oh, cheers, Ro. Oh my god. Well, I should probably redo my intro now that you sort of pointed that out. But thank you for just casually like saving the entire stream. Oh my god. But yeah, welcome everybody. So yeah, yesterday we finished all of Himatsubushi, and today, yeah, we're gonna be playing the extra shit. So yeah, I'm really excited for this today because I think it's gonna be really, really fun considering how cool and how short as well the original story was. I rewatched the sort of anime adaptation for this today, and I was just thinking, like, throughout all the time, like, if only this was longer. Like, there's so much more. I'm gonna be real, there's a lot of things that I think could have been longer in this story and we could have got like more insight into. Like, for example, I mean, I know it's sinister and everything, but like Akazaka's reaction to like Yukie maybe, like, I think stuff like that was really underdone really. So it's going to be really nice today just to sort of experience those holes in the plot that well, not really holes in the plot, but like things that we could have further knowledge of in the plot. It's going to be very interesting. I see something with Mion there as well, so I wonder if we're going to learn about young Mion as well. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting today. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, welcome, Ro. How are you? But yeah, anyway, here we go. We're starting off with some pretty saucy sauce, if I have a lack of a better word. Phone call with Yukie. Ah, nice one. That's good to hear. Oh, really? It's tough when it's after a sudden assignment. Oh, so this is her reaction to like when Akazaka says he has to leave due to the whole don't know, dam incident. Please be careful. Where are you headed? You're already there? ... Whenever I headed out on an assignment, she would ask where. Not just Yukie, but anyone would have asked the same question. I mean, of course, like police work, especially. Oh god, I couldn't imagine, like, I don't know, just having somebody I knew be a police officer and just like be concerned for their safety and whereabouts all the time, because that's probably what she's having to feel at the moment. If it was a cold place, she would urge me to pack a thick jacket. Oh, of course she would. If it was far, she'd want me to be careful on the drive over. If it was just a normal, everyday concern that led to asking such an obvious thing. Yeah. I felt sad that I couldn't answer I felt sad that I couldn't answer such of a run-of-the-mill question. Sorry, it's something that you can't talk about, is it? Please be careful. God, so is he actually not allowed to... My God. So he's not actually allowed to talk about it to his wife. I mean, to be fair, in the police world, it's like everybody could be suspicious, so you can't really tell anybody anything. Sorry, Yukie. At some point, he started apologising right away. Even when you first started your job and were going gung-ho about it. Damn. Yukie laughed as she had realised something. At times like this, Yukie had the magical power to see right through me. It's already been quite a while since I was admitted to the hospital. Are you finally getting lonely? Don't tease me, I'm too old to get lonely. Bruh. Bro, if being too old to get lonely was such a thing, oh my god, I'll be happy. Hehe, oh really? You actually like to be doted on, don't you? Then you start getting a little faint of heart when I'm not around? He probably would, but at the same time he's sort of meeting new people, you know? But at the same time, he's meeting new people at the expense of, like, missing the most fucking important time with his wife. I mean, he's probably like me. He probably wouldn't be very happy, but he tried to make the most of it, you know? Oh jeez, I can see the little devil horns flying through your head right now. You've always been like this. You can't hide it, you can't hide it. If I don't play with you, you get all lonely. I hear tail flying over the phone. Bruh. That feeling when the main character is a furry. What the fuck? I feel concerned. The side of Yukie wasn't something you could guess existed from seeing her usual modest behaviour, and it was something that she didn't show to anybody else but me. Damn. Normally I poke her to try and hide my embarrassment and bring an end to the conversation, but I couldn't do that over the phone. I don't know. I have a feeling I probably could, but like at the same time, I don't know if I can really be bothered to. I always try and like understand as much as I can whenever I watch the anime. So yeah, I like doing that. But I don't know, I just kind of like reading it out loud. It doesn't really feel right if I don't read it out loud and just like, because in my head I can't really listen to something and then read it at the same time. If you get what I mean. I mean, I could understand the Japanese. I could try, but like that wouldn't be sort of optimal for sort of enjoying the plot, because I'd probably just be thinking about the language as opposed to like actually enjoying the plot, like the language of the plot, instead of like enjoying it. So I wouldn't really want to do that. But I could if I probably wanted to. I remember when I was like really new to studying Japanese, I tried playing this visual novel game in Japanese, but my god, I did not understand a thing. I have a feeling if I played it now, I probably would though. Bruh. This dude didn't even know how to read like Mion's name or something like that. It was so funny. Of course, Yukiya was clever. Bro, who wouldn't be? She was teasing me because of that. Hey, I wonder when I figured out that giving you grief was this much fun. Eek. Give me a break. In any case, it's good to hear you so lively. I know, right? Did I cheer you up? I had called Yukiya to keep her from feeling lonely when she was by herself in the hospital room. Of course, that was nothing more than a pretense that I, being shy, had come up with. It seemed that Yukiya had long since seen through the act. Yeah, please phone again. Please phone again. When I'm not feeling up to it, I'll get my father to talk with you. Oh, yeah. Although, if you're talking about my father, I get the feeling that you'd be standing at attention on the other side of the... Oh god. For a while longer, Yukiya kept teasing me without letting me end the call. Forever. They're literally chatting forever. Wait, what the fuck? It ended! Clickbait! Little liars! Bruh. A record of opening remarks. Right. Yeah, I just love that I'm not even reacting. I'm just going straight into the next one. Well, I really want to play as much as possible, you know? But, like, still. That's pretty cool, that. Yeah, these are just sort of, like, little extra snippets, really. They're not meant to be long. If they were long, I'd actually be kind of concerned. Chairman XX. Wait, I didn't even read what this was. Let's actually go back real quick. Right, view tips. A record of opening remarks. Interesting. Still doesn't really explain what it is. Maybe it could be like records that, I don't know, Akazaka read or something like that. Chairman XX, members of the XX party, congratulations to do as well, as we are celebrating 25 years since our founding. Damn. These 25 years have seen much growth in XX Prefecture, but the one quiet scenery of nothing but fields, and now has seen the opening of a new stop for a bullet train. Wow. And with the development of the highway, we've seen the rebirth of a modern city bursting with youthful energy. Wow. Wonder which one. Because we do kind of have to remember that this is the time where sort of, I'd assume that this would probably be around the time Japan was repairing from the damage that was caused in the World War II. So I wonder if that's why. Like when I say the rebirth, when it says the rebirth, it's probably like a city that was blown up has been sort of got taken back from the dead, if you like. We've reaped the benefits of a new business and industry. And with the special reverence the residents of XX Prefecture have from time-honoured traditions. History and culture, business and history, with these ideals in harmony, they have accomplished in growing the city into Japan, one of Japan's foremost metropolises. Of course, the development of XX Prefecture couldn't have happened without the growth of the XX party. I hate how obscure this is. I can't tell anything. But I have a feeling this could maybe be talking about whatever prefecture Hinamizawa is in, like Shishibone or whatever. That's whichever prefecture that's close to. I don't know. We are resolved to see every one of our campaign promises to fruition, reaching our targets definitively and expediently, like arrows fired from a bow. Damn. With these arrows, the fundamental basis of the XX party. Our members have sought to pierce the obstructions preventing the happiness of residents. Oh, good for them. Of XX prefecture. But I do believe that everybody here is unlike an ordinary arrow. While being us unfaltering and straightforward, we have not neglected in seeking solutions that conform to the current day and age, while also keeping an eye on the future. Oh, interesting. An arrow, once loose, can only fly to its destination. Everyone here, however, is no simple arrow, even once loose from the bow, without neglecting our studies, while employing new methods, and implementing more effective and flexible ideas, thus being able to change trajectories mid-flight. We are magical arrows. Interesting. The modern age marches ever forward. Sometimes it marches faster than the time taken from planning to execution? What? Oh wow. Oh my god. I was kind of confused. The following part was not in the script. It is thought to have been ad-libbed by the minister. For example, there have recently been numerous problems with the Himatsubushi power plant project. Power plant? What? What's this? I've never heard about this before. Rather than forcing through the project solely because it was decided upon by the government, it is necessary to reflect on and adjust the ever-changing needs of the residents, the region, and the next generation. Interesting. I kind of just want a little... Oh, interesting. So I have a feeling the Sonozaki party is that. I don't know. That's sort of for us to think about, really. It's not really objective. So it could be somebody else. Who knows? Interesting. Very interesting, this. The protests by the local residents around the Himatsubushi Dam. These are also the will of the people of XX Prefecture. Yeah, of course it would be. If you feel that there is no need to listen because the project had already been finalised, then you do nothing more than shed a poor light on Japan's post-war democracy. Wow. God, it really is. It actually really is. If you look at this from like a real life point of view, it is actually really insane that this dam project was actually able to be halted. I mean, like, if the plans, if the business, if every contract and deal with everyone involved has actually been signed, and then they're just going to have to disrupt it and, like, completely stop it just because of how angry the residents are. Like, that takes some balls to actually change. I mean, I don't know. It is just kind of insane that they did it. The following is as per the script. For the lasting happiness of the citizens of Japan and the residents of XX Prefecture, please consider these policies thoroughly. I believe, however, we have all gained something from the flexibility and the foresight of XX Party. I've taken up much of your time, however, allow me to say the following to celebrate the 25th anniversary of our founding. Chairman XX, members of the XX Party and attendants, thank you very much for today. From the opening remarks of the XX Party Prefectural Forum and the 25th anniversary celebration. Interesting. So I'm assuming that the person writing this was a sort of, I don't know, peasant writing to the government appealing about, like, the dam construction, you know. Gears and fire and the taste of honey. I do remember hearing something about, like, honey related things. It's going to be interesting. Right. The world is filled with people blessed with relationships. True. It's not wrong. Of course, that doesn't mean that everybody is connected to each other. No, I suppose. It's obvious that on the other side of the planet there are people laughing and crying who couldn't possibly have an effect on you. You don't even have to look at the other side of the planet. You could just look at, I don't know, for example, neighbours maybe. No, that's actually definitely a good example. I mean, some, like, interesting. It's actually really interesting. You never really think about that, like, but it's so obvious, like, other people's emotions, why would they have an effect on you? However, in the extremely limited community of our neighbourhood, that sort of connection is just a matter of fact. Pretty lucky. It's quite possible that a single remarkable event could have massive consequences inside a small community. Yeah, and I suppose that's what the Hinamezawa Dam had. Because, God, it must have been really bad, especially because of that reason, like, everybody being connected. If you were to increase that in scale, a perfect stranger on the other side of the globe might become enough of a legend to have an effect on our lives. Damn. Well, it's not always that way. Like I said at the beginning, the links between people basically aren't that relevant in the grand scheme of things. Whether some household nearby is having steak or croquets doesn't matter to me. When I put on my shoes, it doesn't matter to anybody whether I put the right one on first or the left. This is much the average person can understand, basically. But actually, in reality, this is the truth. The bonds between people are quite well defined. It's not just a matter of distance, or being far or near. For example, let's say person A's actions have some effect on me. Even then, person B's actions could have absolutely no consequence on my life. What? This is really confusing. But what if person B does something way worse than person A? Well, it kind of depends on who person B is. I mean, if person B is, oh, maybe this does. The reverse also holds true. Just because my actions affect person A, that doesn't always mean they affect person B as well. Let's put it bluntly. If the bonds between people are like gears in a machine, that gear represents me. Measured with some people, but is isolated from others. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I get what he's trying to say. There are some who would try arguing against this. Those people will bring out the example of gears in a clock. Each gear indeed only directly messes with one or two others. However, if you rotate one gear, the one next to it is moved, which connects to... Oh, that's so genius. Yeah. In the end, all the gears are moving. There is a logic behind this, more than enough to convince the average person. Why is this argument convincing? The answer is simple. The relationships between people are ambiguous and can only be described conceptually. How the gears are connected and how their movements are changed together can't be used as a fundamental explanation, so it throws a wet blanket on that argument. I suppose. So for the people who like that explanation, I'll use the example of a clock. Again, to refutate it. First of all, to say that this world is a singular clock would be wrong. Well, I mean, quite literally, I mean. Look at time zones. There'll be multiple different clocks. What could be 6 past midnight is, I don't know, for like anybody in America, for example. Like, I don't know, it'd probably be like maybe 7 PM at the moment for American people. Different time zones, different clocks, obviously. There exist many clocks in this world, each counting their own time. But for real, if you think about it, the idea that this world is one big clock is the height of arrogance. This world is actually a sphere. It is not a clock. Even if you use the analogy of gears to explain human relationships, then you should be able to explain it using an analogy of multiple clocks unrelated to a single gear. Yeah. It's such an interesting way of sort of explaining it, because especially if you, let's say you have a really big cog and then that cog sort of turns multiple small cogs, you can sort of have that as maybe, I don't know, you could maybe have it as like a political analogy, for example, like one really powerful party makes a decision, has an effect on so many people's lives, because those small cogs, they go to small cogs, and then those small cogs get affected, and maybe they go to small cogs, or maybe they stop. But I don't know, it's just really interesting, this. Neighbours A and B. A is a gear in the same clock as me, so it's best to remain civil. The years in a gear and a different clock, so it doesn't really matter to me at all. Oh. Interesting. That's the kind of clear distinction I'm talking about. You want to say I'm being fallacious? Then let's change the analogy to something more familiar so you can understand. Oh no. No, I haven't. I'm not even joking. You probably heard the rate of fire on the opposite shore sometime in your life. No, I haven't. But maybe. For example, if your neighbour's house is on fire, you'd probably try and help to put it out, wouldn't you? Well, yeah, I'd probably have to. I wouldn't do it out of kindness, though. I just do it because we don't get affected. It would be awful with the fire spread and burn down your own house after all. Yeah, that is the only reason why I do it. I fucking hate my neighbours. Actually, no, I'm being too harsh. Oh, I'm just worked up. I probably would. Why wouldn't I, anyway? Like, there's just some things that you sort of have to disregard, like, you know, grudges for, really. But anyway, but what if that fire was in a town, on the opposite side of a river? Oh, I suppose all you could do, would you still go out of your way to help? I mean, I don't know, it's one of those things, like, if you can, yeah, sure, even if it's difficult, but if you can't, then you can't really, there's nothing you can do. You wouldn't, would you? Even though it'd be the wrong thing to do, there's no way the fire could spread to your own house. No, I know, even if it turned into a huge conflagration, there's no relation between the houses that will spread fire to yours and those that won't. I suppose. Well, this basic example, you should be able to see the difference between gears that are and aren't related to your own. Yeah, definitely do. Having said that, there's still a lot to think about, even without a river to divide it. I suppose. After all, it's not a special problem like being on the other side of the river, is it? Oh, I suppose. But at the same time, what if a series of gears could be, like, actually disconnected? Like, let's say my hand is one series of gears. Right, can you actually see this? This is one series of gears, and then this is another. I don't know, let's do something like, I don't know, these are gears, obviously. My fingers, apparently they're gears. Hello. They're disconnected. They can't possibly have any impact on each other, even if I can't even reach my... Okay, I can actually reach my thumb there, but let's just pretend I couldn't have. Like, it'd have no impact. No, I'm trying to demonstrate a point, but I'm doing it in the worst way possible. Come to me, Satan. I mean, I said nothing. Satanic ritual moment. Why does the word satanic ritual sound so weird? They sound so funny if you ask me. Oh yeah, my webcam's a little bit oof. Here we are. That's fine. Right. The chick in the trunk. Okay, I mean, if I thought that... What does the taste of honey have to do with it, though? I'm kind of confused. But, like, gears in the fire taste fine. Interesting. The chick in the truck. In the trunk, even. What the fuck is this? The car had stopped, but he didn't know any more than that. For not only was he blindfolded, but he was locked in the trunk of the car. Oh my god. How could people become this powerless just by being robbed of their sight? Oh no, this is the damn kid. Well, this is the minister's kid. He absolutely wouldn't have known this without experiencing it firsthand. He soon realised it was pointless to try and undo his bonds with the confines of the trunk, quickly making him light-headed. He had no choice but to let this mild torture dull his senses. That's why, when the car stopped and the unpleasant vibration ceased as the engine was killed, he couldn't help but delude himself that he was being set free, even though nothing had been resolved in reality. God. Of course, he was soon removed from that delusion. He strained his ears when he heard one of the men who had abducted him, and an older man he was hearing for the first time, struck up a conversation. Oh, nice to see you. The chick is in the trunk. God, so they call him a chick. God. Struggle sounds like he's probably exhausted right now, but there's not a mark on him, just disordered. Oh, must have been a handful. Oh, that's kind of a shame. I thought potentially we could have recognised the voices. see if we can maybe get some insight on the crime, but nah. Ow. The trunk opened, letting in a burst of fresh, cool air. Even though up until now he had been thinking about getting out of that stuffy trunk, when it actually opened, he suddenly became uneasy. I kind of don't blame him, because I mean, what's outside could be the question. Enough so that he wished the lid of the trunk would once again close, separating himself from them. No, I see what he means. Suddenly somebody stroked his head. Stroked? Weird. Of course, since he was blindfolded, he couldn't tell if the hand was petting him or simply evaluating how easy it would be to remove his scalp. God, unable to tell the difference, he could only freeze as he imagined the worst case scenario. Poor little bugger, he's shaking. Oh, yeah, I suppose. There we are. He's not trying to rip off his scalp, luckily. I mean, my God. These people, I'm going to be real, for kidnappers, they are actually pretty nice. Just stay calm for a bit. They actually have empathy. I mean, it's just really odd that these people would be kidnappers, if you ask me. I mean, I get that they have all, like, the physical traits and everything, but I just would have never... Like, if somebody said this, I would have never thought they'd be a kidnapper. No way. I mean, I get that they're doing this for money, but, like... No person that says that would follow a ritual, follow a contract like that. I mean, I get that it is possible to be two-faced, but like this just sounds genuine. I mean, it's just really sad. Like, how? The older man said that kindly as he gently stroked the boy's head. Yeah, exactly, like gently. This must be real tough for you, but you see, your grandson's a nice man. He'll help you soon enough. Yeah, but like, you fucking kidnapped him. Having heard nothing but the average standard dialect in his whole life, the older man's distinct intonation left a deep impression on the boy. But he had no idea what he was saying. Oh shit, for your gramps. To register as meaning your grandfather took a while to process. Oh right, so yeah, oh god, he really is sort of unfamiliar with their dialects. Eventually, the hand that was stroking his head loosened the blindfold. Oh, I'm surprised. Can't believe his eyes covered. If he splits his face open, it'd be bad. What? We might as well take out that gag. The gag? What the fuck? Oh. God. Yeah. What would happen? How would you split your face open? You can't breathe like that. There's just such a weird accent. Like, I can't even sort of replicate it, and I'm a British person. Like, British people were just automatically known for having a stupid accent most of the time. And especially the part where I'm from as well. Like, a lot of people have such a stupid accent around here. So you would have thought I'd be able to do this, but I can't. I'd be in trouble if he yells, leaving to us. Jeez, you guys don't know how to treat somebody. This man family said no rough stuff. You better remember that well. Yeah, we won't do any stupid, as long as the kid cooperates, that is. Oh, God. I don't even want to imagine what they would have done if he didn't, but... Yeah, you can probably muster up a guess. The man's hand prodded roughly and repeatedly at the boy's head. A rugged hand, unlike the affectionate one that had been stroking his head before. Just stay cooperative. If you struggle, there's no guarantee what will happen. Yeah, I know. It's just like putting another... I don't know. It's just like putting another problem on a problem, really. On a problem already bad. The cliched threat was literally beaten into his head. Yeah... Right, going smoothly. Going smoothly. Right, this is going to be interesting. What is this, I wonder? Oh, so this is the forest shed. Sound of the car grew closer, followed by the sound of it braking as the engine got out. At that moment, his up until now lackadaisical footsteps grew decisive as the man in the room dashed up to the wall beside the window and carefully peered outside. We have an image. True. It was his comrade's car. Even so, he still didn't relax his guard. Eventually, the sound of footsteps approached the door. The sound of footsteps became louder every day, guys. You guys better get the reference. Thump. Thump, 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 thump. It was the passcode. Oh. I'm back. Open the door already. I must be tired. I'm opening now. Oh. So it's the other kidnapper. After the locks were undone and the door opened, a man appeared, his arms laden with swollen plastic grocery bags. My God. The bags in his hand had 7 Smart written on them, with bread and milk cartons said would be glimpsed within. Oh my God, so it's actually really surprising. I mean, of course they would, but like, these people, they're genuine criminals. They're doing stuff that could get them years in prison. And yet they just casually go to the shop. I mean, what if somebody decided to follow them home? I mean, obviously they may not let them in, but like, what if they, I don't know, look in the window, for example, they just see like a fucking abducted kid? Like, that is so risky. I'm just surprised I haven't thought about this. But I suppose they're in Takatsudo, which is like a really, really dead village anyway, like who goes there? The contents of those bags were then spread out over a sheet on the floor. Apples and cup noodles, cereals and water. What's the kid doing? He's been sleeping the entire time. Thank God he's not causing any trouble. He did struggle a bit when he was about to shit himself. Oh God. Don't let him grab his pants. It's so... Oh God. Yeah, no. Show the guy every now and then. We don't want to get loose, so keep tight. But not so tight that he stops breathing. God. I said, I know, huh? Didn't I ask you to pick up another can of gas for the portable stove? Okay, yeah, talk about that. Don't talk about the other things. It's disgusting. God. God, so I just don't really get why these people are like, they probably just got a bit of duct tape and then they've, I don't know, put it around his mouth. Why would they do that? I mean, I suppose it's just so they have him cause as least trouble as possible, but like, why? Well, we never asked, you idiot. I'm gonna be real. There's so many words that this game has. Come on, work. Seriously, come on, work. Damn it. There's so many words that this game has that I've like never seen before. Like idiot. I've not seen that been written out once. I swear. It's just really weird stuff like that. He rattled the portable stove as he struggled to get it to light. Seeing that, the man who went to buy supplies let out a deep sigh, and when with a backwards glance at the sight began to walk to the corner of the room. The kidnapped boy was sprawled out on a sheet that was spread out on the floor. Boy, you doing okay? Of course, the man didn't assume the kid was able to hear that question. That was because the boy's ears was plugged. Oh my God. With the size and his thoroughly covered by packing tape. Why? I mean, okay, I don't know. I think the ears being covered, that just makes even less sense. Also, his mouth was gagged with a thin, twisted up towel. What does it even mean by gagged? Because of that, the boy was unable to close his mouth properly, his cheeks sticking with his own saliva. God. That's so awful. Of course, that wasn't the only reason. Both his arms were tied tightly behind his back with a leather belt. My God. It's just so barbaric. I mean, have you ever heard about like muscle paralysis? Like, for example, Chinese water torture, stuff like that? I mean, I know it's not quite as extreme, but what if the muscles actually like become really painful because he can't move them? Like, what can he do? You seem to be doing okay. At least you're not gonna die. If your grandma wanted you to play tough, we might have had to lop off an ear. Holy shit, it'd be great if we don't have to. If the main family says we do though, tough luck. I can't even imagine what kind of cool things they'd have us do. God. I mean, I could actually be a theory. Maybe the Solozaki family, like, secretly beyond anybody's knowledge. Because you remember Watanagashi, like, when Katie was like, Mion, you are fucking guilty. You remember how much she... I don't know, I mean, if you ask me, it kind of looked like she was genuinely like that. But maybe it could be like all the Solozakis in secret, like, without anybody lower than sort of the really big guys, like Oryo, Kimiyoshi, people like that. Maybe they could have ordered people like this to do the murders. But at the same time, what was it? The auntie's death. If they would have... The person that confessed. If they confessed, then they could have potentially blown that entire thing down, but they didn't. So I don't think that theory is very correct. The family says not much scratch on him, though, so it seems like it's going well for the time being. The minister was discreetly withdrawing the dam project. The Hinawaza dam is indefinitely postponed. Yeah, I wonder when we're even letting the boy go. I just want to be done with this already. Bro, I know. Oh. That's kind of sad. My family seems to be gorging the timing. I don't know where it will be, but probably soon. Isn't that great, kid? You'll be that girl very soon. I didn't know if their voices were heard by the boy. It's just like talking to a brick wall. For him, there was nothing he could do but continue to sleep or escape his harsh reality. Yeah, I don't blame him. More importantly, what are we going to do about the gas? You can't eat the cup noodles raw. If we're out of gas, say something, jeez. Oh god. So they have no gas, and as a result they can't cook their noodles. Bruh. Well, I'm going to be real, these people kind of like don't deserve any food after what they've been doing with, you know, the whole kidnapping thing. Why I like rainy days. I wonder what this is going to be. It's probably going to be like some edgy Akazaka thing. Who knows? Yep, music box Ost. Obviously edgy. The weather forecaster predicted that it wouldn't rain at all this entire week. It's not like that I hate sunny days or anything. When every day is the same, unchanging sunny weather, however, anybody will wish for a rain cloud or two. But for real. I hate sunny weather though. Winter weather for the win. If it's simply clear skies for a week, a month, a year, anybody would long for a rain cloud or two. Oh yeah, who wouldn't? The weather specialist said that they have carefully scrutinised a large quantity of past data, so it wouldn't be so likely for the forecast to be wrong. I knew as much, but even then there was occasionally a day where I was hoping that I would be wrong as I stared up into the clear blue sky. Was I being mischievous in hoping so? I waited and waited, feeling almost suffocated by the boring blue sky, undisturbed by a single cloud. Yeah. If you could die from that suffocating feeling, then the population of the Earth probably wouldn't have increased to this point. In other words, the only person who was being suffocated by this was me. And so, I welcome the summer evenings where not even the weather forecast could predict a sudden shower. Oh yeah, all that. Oh, I love it when there's rain. We really do miss rain when... I personally really miss rain in summer. You really sort of get to appreciate winter when it actually comes again. And when that cold weather goes and makes your every exercise session harder. And when it makes your life harder. But at the same time it makes it easier. And your hands are fucking cold most of the time. My hands get a lot colder than normal people's do, I've noticed. So, yeah, it is a lot harder. But anyway, who cares? If I were to explain it like this, would you understand a bit more how I feel? Let's say that tonight's dinner was going to be curry rice. Is this Katie's point of view now? What? This is literally Katie's house. But I suppose it's talking about dinner, so it could be like just a generalized setting, really. But when you go down for the dinner table, what was waiting for you was instead an eggplant and bell pepper stir fry. Oh wow, that sounds good. This is just on your mother's whim, by the way. Whim. No way, it's a clumsy whim reference. I'll be delighted by so much whimsy. I don't really like eggplants or bell peppers, but still I would be delighted. Yeah, just because of that deliberate change, really. I mean, I'm going to be real, there's so many times where I just like, my life is so boring that I just really want a change, and you really do appreciate changes when you actually get them. Especially school as well. The fact that the pre-established routine of my curry rice had been broken would be amazing. Yeah. If the night was repeated 100 times and 100 times you had to eat curry rice. Oh god. Yeah, but just this one night that was changed to an eggplant and bell pepper stir fry. There's no way you could enjoy that chance happening. But I know. I hate pre-established routines. I really hope when things are all decided beforehand. No, same. I have no love for boredom. No, me neither. I always get my hopes up that something today would be different from yesterday, no matter how trivial. Yep. We think very similar. It's been decided that this entire week starting today was going to be clear skies. Oh no, that's the worst. You get to probably do one of the most interesting and influential things in your entire life, and yeah, the weather's just really damn boring. The weather forecast decided upon it, so the god of weather must also feel obliged to do so. There's a god of weather? What about science? I used to say that a rain cloud might not just show up one day on a whim. It's something that nobody can say for sure, but because that thought remains in this world, a creature such as myself can continue living without being suffocated. God. I know. So in theory, Akasaka is just living like... He's just actually wanting to live in the heat just for a chance of different weather. I wonder what Japanese winters are like. Because I don't know. I only know that the summers are really, really hot. I don't know about the winters. Tomorrow will probably be a hot and clear day. However, I'm the only one that knows that predetermined fate, even with a slim 1% chance, something changes. Oh, imagine. That'll be funny. Hoping for that 1%, I hung up upside down weather charms on my sunlit eaves. Troughs. Oh, they actually exist? I didn't realise that. In the end, I spent my days waiting for those unexpected things in life to happen. I pondered why I was hoping for a rain cloud. The answer was simple. I'd had my fill of clear skies. Bro, who hasn't? I'm going to be real. Then why was I hoping for a rain cloud? The answer was simple. The fact that it was going to be sunny tomorrow was boring. So why was I hoping for a rain cloud? In the end, it doesn't really matter whether it rains or shines tomorrow. Basically, it was just the rain would water my heart, which was withered from boredom. Interesting. That's why rather than a TV drama where the plot's already been decided, I'd rather look up at the sky. Yeah. I mean, I kind of suppose that's... I suppose if you use that same thinking whenever it's nighttime and you just look up at the stars, that could also be something that... That could also be something that you can do, because like you don't know what the stars are actually going to entail. They could be completely different. I mean, like, when are the stars? The stars? No, yeah, the stars. When are they ever the same? Oh, welcome, Sombro. How is it going? Oh no, I'm gonna be real, Sombro. What I do is just like I get all of the tips. Like I just get them all in one setting, and then I just read them all at once. I actually really enjoy it, honestly, because I don't know, I kind of want to focus on the game more when I'm reading all the chapters and like focus on the plot. I don't really want to sort of get disconnected on like the side things. But at the same time, it is really, it probably would be better reading them then. But at the same time, I kind of like not doing it at the same. It's really cool. Your blood pressure has improved. For you to recover this quickly at your age, I'm rather impressed. Oh yeah, Sunbro. I'm actually kind of interested. Oh, interesting. Yeah. No, I see what you mean. And the thing is, whenever you read the tips like one by one, they sort of really feel like, I don't know. It just feels like you sort of have to do a lot, but it's sort of, you just have a lot to get through, but it's sort of shared out if you read them one by one. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm playing Higurashi next. It's gonna be ridiculous. It really is nuts to think that. Because, I mean, I'm just gonna be real. I've watched the anime for it. And then, like, the visual novel is probably going to be, firstly, way more in-depth. Secondly, way more graphic. Thirdly, way more scary. Oh, really? Damn. Yeah, I probably will do that for chapter 6 then. I'll tell you what, I'll probably do that in chapter 5 as well. I'll just like see how things are, see if maybe it's like a more fun way of playing, you know? Could be pretty cool. Yeah. At this rate, you'll still be getting after a couple 100 years, Oreo-san. Damn. Obvious demon. She recovers quickly. It's unnatural. Oi, Ashiro-sama. No way. The young doctor in his medical coat said that as he undid the blood pressure cuff from the arm of the old woman that tucked away in her thumb. You're a very good physician, Dr. Irie. If a physician like me doesn't hurry up and die, I'll just be in the way of you young folk. The old lady audio laughed faintly with a broad smile on her face. Oh, welcome, Steam Debt. How's it going? Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, Bro, I was in... I don't know if you saw on my Discord, I was having a complete, like... I don't know, just revelation about them, because I've never really seen them before, so it was really interesting. I mean, they look fucking nuts. They really did. I don't know if you saw the gif I posted about the ostrich. Then, turning towards the sliding doors, he called out in a strong voice, "Is Shimiko-san or Daiko-san there? He brings them to you for Irie-sensei." Damn, that's nice. The sound of rushed footsteps from the hallway drew closer until finally the door slid smoothly open. No way, the sound of footsteps became louder every day, guys. What a relief was a young girl. It looked like the old lady's granddaughter. Shimiko-san has already left for the day. Do you need some? That's interesting. Mion wasn't piloted for Dr. Irie. Okay, got it. Do you want to do? It's actually very interesting. Her voice doesn't sound different. It's so weird, her voice. It sounds like... It sort of sounds like it has the same sharpness as her normal voice, but at the same time it just sounds a little bit high-pitched. A little bit more high-pitched even. That's interesting. I would have thought her voice would be a lot more different because of how young she is. I mean, she's probably like maybe... I don't know, what does she look? I think she looks like maybe 11, yeah? Something like that. 11 or 12, maybe even... No, maybe 12 at the very most. And this was 1979, I think, or 1978. I can't exactly remember. So, yeah, it wasn't really that much until we see her like in the Oyashiro-sama block. So her voice can't have changed that much, but at the same time, like, you would have thought it would have changed a little more than it does. With lots of milk and sugar. I'll mess around myself so you don't have to put any in. Just bring the sugar jar and some milk when you bring the tea. in before she just pours the entire jar in so she doesn't have to.
Hi.
Okay. Lamau. The girl named Yawn, after giving a rather uninterested response to the taskmaster of a grandmother, returned to the hallway. Borrow the doctor's tea and the cups are for the guests. Make sure you bring a coaster too. Wow. Damn. She's really nice. Also make sure to dry the outside of the glass, okay? Yeah, you're such a fuzzy fan. A tired voice was the reply from down the hallway. The apathetic tone of the voice was far from unusual. I'm gonna be real though, like, respect to Myeon though, she actually knows how to make tea. I don't even know now how to make tea. I just haven't really been bothered to ever really discover it. Actually, that's a lie, I do know how to. I think. I don't even know. No, I don't actually. I mean, from what I've heard, it's like, get a tea bag, put it in a glass, get hot water, and then, I don't know, just mix it together. I really don't know. When I say hot, I mean boiling water from a kettle, but don't know if there's anything else. The old lady let a wry smile slip across her face as she chided the girl. She's like, oh, won't lie, nothing ever told about her sticks. Now the Oreo-san, you don't have to say that. Myeon-chan is doing her best in her own way, even though she's so young. Her mother was the same way, couldn't teach her anything. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Eek. Oh, so our mother's mother must be exactly the same. The old lady burst out laughing. Her expression showed that she hadn't heard the comment the wrong way. Eek. Yes, it is there. I'm sorry, but could you open the doors for me? It seemed like there's a nice cool breeze outside. The cool chapping of the Higurashi at some point started leaking through the gap in the doorway. EDS stood up and opened the door a bit. A refreshing breeze pushed out the stale air that had built up in the room. It's got a fairly hot during the day, but the evenings are still rather cool, aren't they? It was almost downright chilly last night. Oh, how could it be? How could it be chilly? Bro, lucky though. I mean, that's the really nice thing about some summer days. Like, the evenings are colder. It's desert syndrome. Really, really hot day. Kinda cold night. But at the same time, deserts would have much colder nights. I mean, if you could, for example, with the colder nights in the summer, you can just spend it in a t-shirt and shorts and be fine. But I think if you spent a desert night in a t-shirt and short pair, you'll be a little bit screwed. Yeah, the stubborn mornings and evenings are another Hinamizawa's fine points. Fair. Idia replied with a smile as he returned to sit on the cushion beside the old lady. And then the two of them, for a little while, sat in the voices of the Higurashi. I'm going to try and live to 100 until the business with the dam is proper finished. I ain't kicking the bucket just yet. Together, governments to withdraw a decision they've already made is a fairly difficult thing to do. The way this country does things, it's like turning a millstone, a heavy one of that. For real. A millstone? Don't you know a millstone? Idia quickly affirmed that of course he knew what the old lady was talking about, for he knew full well that Audio didn't like her story. Having her stories interrupted. Oh, this must know that see you can grind anything to a pulp was rather impressive. But you see, it doesn't turn that easy because it's a rather heavy millstone. Lots of people have to work in unison to get it to even budge. It's that time. Oh, God, what is it with these really... What is it with this game and really fucking interesting metaphors and stuff like that? Like, I swear. Idia pressed his lips, listening quietly to what she was saying. Oh, it's Myeon. That feeling when they have tea, they can get drunk. No way. Eventually, Myeon returned with some tea laid out on a tray. Seeing that Audio was talking in a good mood, she quietly knelt down and laid the sets for the barley and black tea, careful not to interrupt. That's why, when it gets going, it's not that easy to stop. It takes the most effort to move it right before it starts turning. I suppose. Well, it's interesting that she says that. And I suppose you could sort of link that to the whole dam related thing, because they're sort of going in the most extreme sort of setting to get their village back. I mean, they're fucking kidnapping someone. They haven't done that before. Everybody hates that, so everybody keeps pushing it along without rest. And I suppose in this setting, everybody hates what they're doing, but they're doing it because they like the result. I don't know. You're talking about friction, right? I get what you're saying. So in other words, if there's some sort of mistake in the millstone, suddenly stops turning. To get it turning again, makes a great deal of power, more or less. Suddenly, to get a project that's been suspended going on again twice, takes quite a lot of work. Yeah. Because the millstone isn't easily stopped, but once it's stopped, it will never turn again. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. It would be nice if there was some way to get that millstone to stop, wasn't it? When Idia responded with that, Mion and the old lady suddenly sink into silence. Idia, instinctively thinking he said something rude, searching in a small panic for the words to correct himself. But the silence wasn't the result of rude words, for what crept across Mion and the old lady's faces would become tempestuous smiles. Ooh. Eek. That's just weird. I think they know something he doesn't. The atmosphere surrounding the EDA suddenly froze, leaving him flabbergasted. Thinking that some scornful smile screaming across both of their faces was the result of some mistake of his, he could only grow afraid. It hadn't been all that long since he was enveloped by silence. However, unable to stand it, Idia could only let out a weak laugh. Luckily, this is not awkward at all. Okay, Idia's laugh eventually spread out to Mion and the old lady, not his own. Exactly what they were laughing at. Their laughter left the lingering chill. Interesting. The only ones not laughing were the Higurashi, who continued their simple and unchanging chorus. God, that is really interesting. That, I mean, you can just so obviously tell that they know what the fuck's going on. They've planned everything, and they're gonna get their fucking village back. I mean, good for them, but I would say good for them, but it's too barbaric for me to actually have respect for it. There's much more peaceful ways of protesting. But I suppose that at the same time, the most barbaric ones are going to be the ones people listen to most, like the ones that cause most inconvenience. The investigation runs aground. Click! Right, here we go. Let us see. Yeah, this is the one we met at the restaurant in Ginza. Ginza? What a name. I wonder what the kanji is for that place name. That topic brought up. Overstepping their boundaries, isn't it? Meddling too much for public safety. Oh, Kano. Interesting. Isn't he like a Sonozaki fan? If they keep on doing that, they're going to set a bad precedent. It seems the Minister Inukai is openly uncomfortable at the way public safety is doing things. The Vice Minister is probably going to say something to that effect during Monday's debate session. Interesting. Oh, interesting. What can you do? We can only have the director address the Vice Minister. That's why we pay him to the big bucks. Well, if it comes to that, they're going to ask him for proof that the minister's been threatened. Sometimes I don't know which side he's on. If he's not on ours, then well, it's probably getting some pressure from the minister. We'll probably... So is this the... Interesting. I got so long out to dry. All that's left to drag, so... So how's the investigation going?
Or did you see these spinning knives on a turn to be dodged? Oh god, that's awful. Honestly, I'm at a loss. There were reports that the Hinamizawa Dam project has been showing up a lot lately in the minister's press releases. So what about that? Interesting. We say showing up, but it's really more of a very slight feeling that something is strange. He just happened to mention it during a speech at the Access Prefectural Forum, so it might just have been something that he was mentioning because it was relevant at the time. If I remember correctly, a local organisation was there protesting quite violently, the Onigahara Guardians. Oh yeah. I think Akazaka was investigating that. I think those guys could possibly be behind what's happening now, but even if we can't say if there's nothing overtly suspicious about that, might not be reason to remove them from the picture. Yeah. And it's actually very interesting. It is interesting. Without this thought, like, Yukie could potentially be alive. Just without that one thought right there, without the sort of sense to involve, what were they? Onigahara Guardians in their inquiries. Because without them being in the inquiries, potentially Akazaka wouldn't have been sent, or maybe somebody else would have been sent, and with less implications on their future. But I don't know. Akazaka-kun reported in the past that he couldn't deny that possibility. And isn't there merit in investigating them? We're going through everything with a fine-tooth comb, so if one of those suspicious groups that are left, if they're one of those suspicious groups that are left, we'll eventually have to. Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? We should investigate, right? If we're talking about groups that are suspicious as Onigahara, there's quite a few of them. God, we don't have the men, the time, or the money for it all. I'll try asking for more details from Akazaka-kun. I feel like we should pay some extra attention to this Guardians. Oh, good initiative, yeah. He's reported that he's established a rapport with the villagers. It also seems that he's collaborating with the local police. Yes, or is he? Keep a contact with Akazaka-kun on the down low. So, if there's anything in this info that merits investigation, it's possible we can send reinforcements. Yeah, they did well with sending people reinforcements, aka when he was literally in his life's danger. Sorry, Chief Kataoka. Kataoka. How do you say that? I don't know. Kataoka. I don't know. There's a phone call from the director. Should I transfer over here? Oh no, it's okay. I have those over there. Yes, hello. Oh. That's the end of it. That was interesting. Sort of seeing a little bit of insight into the case. What's in the box? Jack. Jack is in the box. Do you believe that there are choices in life? No, life is obviously just a simulation, and all of our brains, all of our thoughts are just programmed by a upper power. Yes, of course I believe there are choices in life. There are many people who lament the following: if there only existed points in life where there were clear choices to make, we would be able to scrutinise those carefully and make decisions that will lead us to a better future. Yeah, true. Every time I hear people lament as such, I cast it off as rather trivial worry. Even if you were given a clear choice, it wouldn't be meaningful at all, and there wouldn't be any such path to a better future. Yeah, is this hard to understand? Oh shit. Now let's pretend that in front of you there are two strange boxes. Oh, this is going to be so interesting. I've got to blow my nose first. I'm not having my itchy nose fucking ruin this. God, it's nearly 1 AM. How long have I been playing? Oh, only an hour. Wow. Feels like I've been playing longer. In other words, you have two clear choices. Do you open the red box or the blue box? A lot of things would be uncertain with even with that choice, wouldn't they? Suppose if you don't have the option, if you have the option of opening neither, then your choice boils down to the natural impulses of opening the box that holds a better result for you. Then after examining the shape and the features of each and pondering a great many things, you have to pick either the red or the blue. I mean, just from the text and not being able to actually see an image of the box, I'd say, I don't know, I'd say red. Go for the more interesting one. If this was you, which box would you open, red or blue? If you were to go by their traditional minis, then red would be dangerous, threatening colour. Yeah, that's why I'm opening it, because it's more interesting. However, that doesn't automatically mean that it would be calm and relaxing inside the blue box. Yep, that too. In fact, it might even be the colours that are a trap, make you wary of the red box and have you open the blue. A trap? Could it be that the contents of the box aren't a reward, but rather a penalty? Maybe, but I wonder what the penalty could be. See, now you're at a loss. You're so conflicted over the choice between red and blue that you've started wishing there was an option to open neither and just leave. Okay, that's kind of fair, but like not with me, bro. I want to open one. I'm now set on opening one or the other. I just want more information, but there isn't. No, you can't just opt out of it. You have to open either the red or the blue box. Oh, I forgot to say this, but if you choose one box, the other will disappear. Oh. So you never know the contents of the box you don't open. I'll just put that rule at the end there for you. Now, why don't you choose the red box or the blue box? It's alright, you won't lose anything by picking either one. Come on now. I love this. Right, have you thought about it? In the end, you choose this colour, didn't you? You chose this colour, didn't you? As soon as you chose, the other box disappeared, so you can give up on the contents of that one, okay? That's the rule. Now open the box you choose. Inside that box there was a piece of caramel. Yum. I know you're a little disappointed, but, well, that's only natural. No matter how you look at it, it looks like you drew the dud. The red box might have had a bar of chocolate in it for all you know. Bruh. You've got to be kidding me. No, in fact, something incredible, like a pair of tickets to a White Night might have been there. What? But even if you wanted to verify it, the other box has already disappeared. But for real, oh, that's... I'm going to be real, after this, I'm so interested that I'm probably just going to look at a YouTube video, see what actually happens if you pick blue. There's no way you can check now, but if you think about it from an optimistic point of view, just maybe the other box was empty and this box was the winner. You could think of it like that, yeah. And being satisfied, or perhaps not, with such a cheap price, you pop it into your mouth and start chewing it happily. So what do you think in the end? If you were given a second chance, would you try and open the other box? But unfortunately, the chance to choose between the red or blue box has come and gone, never to be seen again. Watching a YouTube video, or just playing again. The chance to change your selection will never come. Don't your parents have to say every choice you make in life only happens once, so choose carefully? Mine haven't. But they haven't said those exact words, but they've said things like it. So, I don't know. See? Oh. Do you reckon this could be from, like, Weird Decard's point of view? Because of that laugh. See, your choices aren't that great after all. But there you go. Kind of shit. Yeah, I agree. Aren't you a little disillusioned now? God, that was interesting. I just love the background for this is blood. What could have been in the blue box, I wonder? Maybe it could have been something really sinister. Right, I'm genuinely curious. Let's see if we can find a video of the blue box. Oh yes, there's actually a video of it. Right, this is going to be interesting. Right, where should we go to? Oh, here we are. Right, it's going to be interesting. Yes, he's thought about it. A stick of chewing gum? Oh, this quality is so bad, hold up.
my god, so you get so much more if you pick the blue box. Are you kidding me? Oh, come on. Interesting, I suppose. Yeah. You see, reality is the same as this game. If you pick one, the one you didn't choose disappears. Yeah, I suppose. There's no way to check the result. That time, if you had done this, perhaps if you had done that, then it would be hard to imagine that you could be happy or perhaps less happy than you are right now. Oh, I get that a lot, yeah. Of course. In the end, you only have the pleasure a bit more of being disappointed. That's by choice you did make, but after all, did you enjoy through making your choice? If like now you need the contents of both boxes, then the choice between the red box or the blue box would just be a waste of time. No, I know. Because instead of this boring game about boxes, you could be looking at the quickly changing evening summer sky, listening from the distant clouds. Oh my god, yeah. I couldn't agree more. Oh, that's really cool. Right. I will just do this before you see too much of my YouTube recommended stuff like that. I mean, it's not that I don't watch bad things on YouTube. Please don't fucking get that impression. But like, I want some things not to be seen by the world, you know. I'm not sus, bro. The glint in the demon's eye. No way. AI. Either it's an AI reference or it's a reference to I love in Japanese. Yeah, so the wait will be from 6 PM tomorrow and the service will be day afternoon until 1. You know, I should really like read the names of the tips. I kind of forgot to. Hold up a sec. What's this tip called again? I mean, I did read it, it's just it didn't really stick in my brain. The glint in the demon's eye. Interesting. I wonder if this is going to be about demons. Let me read from Okinomiya Ceremony Hall. I see, it's Deputy Mayor Ikezawa's grandson's funeral was organized by way to pay our respect. Interesting. Mio, I'll be going instead. Okay, got it. Should I wear a mourning clothes? How much should I bring for the funeral offering? Damn, Mjorn is just like that most obedient house fucking person ever. She's just like a robot at this point. I mean, you can go in your school uniform, make sure you button that up properly. But she just does everything she's told though with no regrets. Like, oh my god, when I was that age, for the money 50, no, 100,000. The fuck? Okay, if she gets 100,000 yen, I think I see why she does it. What the fuck? Mion quietly whistled in awe at the exorbitant amount of money her grandmother was offering. Oh, wait. Ikezawa-san's been a brilliant person ever since his days as head of the Okinomiya Municipal Office. Even if the government types pay me a visit, they always stay outside.
でもな、
But whenever I offered eat
池澤さんはわしがお茶を勧めると
and carefully listen to
い
what
つ
I
も
had to
上
say.
がってく
He
れ
always
て
learned appropriate
ち
to
ゃ
what people
ん
had
と
to say.
話
Otherwise
を
you'd
聞いて
learn
くれた。
from a person like him.
人
For
の
real.
話を最後まで聞く。
The two guests made a
本
show
当
of
に
nodding,
鏡
making
み
it
たい
clear
な
they
人
were
だっ
paying
た
attention
ん
as
ね。
audio reminisced. The sight of them trying not to get on Audio's bad side was humorous enough to elicit laughter from Mjorn occasionally. No, I mean, if you just look at somebody from that expression, I mean, they can obviously be nice, but fucking hell. Just from that expression alone, I think if you messed with somebody like that, you would be in deep shit. I cannot imagine, like, you know, whenever some people, like, of higher status, they get mad and they shout. Ugh, that'd be so bad. How old was young Deputy Mayor Ikezawa's grandson when he died?
いくつ？
11? Oh
11
god.
歳だそうで、
Rip. Audio closed her eyes and shook her head lightly, lamenting the loss of such a young
確
one.
か
If I recall correctly, you said you
孫
only
は
had
一
one
人だ
child.
言うてんな。
Grandchild outside. God, no, I
親
know.
より
There's
先
nothing
に
worse
死
than
ぬ
a
ほ
parent
どの
than out there.
親不幸あるめな。
No, definitely. I never really thought about that, but yeah, I suppose. You're really nice to other people.
私や
Granny,
シオ
if
ン
Sion
が
and
死んだ
I
ら
died,
同
would
じ
you
よう
be
に悲しんで
this
あほん抜
Those
か
are
すんで
stupid things
ね。
from that is
演
part
技
of
でも
life.
ネスタなんと。しゃらあったく。
Eek. Oh my god, it's Mjorn. No way. She's the reason Hinamizawa's gas shit erupted. Having got the reaction she expected, Mjorn cackled. The two guests, unsure if they were supposed to laugh along, instead forced awkward smiles.
それでは本
We'll
日
take our
は
leave
失
for
礼い
today
たしま
then.
す。
We'll be
では
by tomorrow
明日
evening
の
at
夕
5 to
方
pick you
よろ
up.
しくお願いく
Until
だ
then,
ご
please
めんく
excuse
だ
us.
さいませ。
After borrowing their heads repeatedly, the guests left by the front door. Mjorn saw them off, waving her little hand goodbye.
帰ったよ。
They're going. It
親
must
子
have
に
been
も
rough
ば
for
っちゃ
them,
のご機嫌伺いに
for
大
them to
変だ
pay you
ね。
a courtesy visit.
不法なんか
Right?
電話でい
It
い
would
と
have been
思うんだ
fine
よ
if
ね。
they just broke the news over the phone. No, I suppose. Well, it was true that Sonozaki Audio was a central person for both her relatives and the residents of Hinamizawa village as a whole. It is very interesting that they didn't do it over the phone, but like, this is a really big deal to some people, I'm assuming, so it'll probably be disrespectful to not, in some eyes, who knows. As a voting block, they numbered in several thousands. God. It wasn't hard to imagine the mayor would. It wasn't hard to imagine the mayor would try to pander to her. Unlike Mjorn, however, Audio was looking up longingly at the sky from the veranda.
どうしたの？
What's the matter? Are you going to now?
誰のお孫さんであろうと。
I just thought that no matter whose grandchild it was, I'd feel
気
sorry
の
for them.
毒だのう思ったんや。
Who wouldn't? And if you didn't, then you're sick. But like, yeah. Saying that, she let out a deep sigh. Mjorn was let down, as normally her grandmother would have scolded her for her attitude.
Mio,
Mjorn, you know that
これ
Mrs.
さらわれ
grandson.
てからど
How
の
long
く
has
ら
it
いに
been
なる？
since he was abducted? Oh,
うん。
4 days maybe.
か
Audio
か
let
な。
out another
旧
deep sigh.
敵
He
の
may be the
孫とはい
grandson
え
who would have our bitter enemy, but I
気
still
の
feel
毒
sorry
だ
for him.
な。
Oh, interesting. So that's actually like leading on to why A, he was asked to not be harmed, and secondly, like why he was actually asked to sort of just be as in as good as condition as possible, really. Really.
十
That's enough
分
of a
気
warning.
はす
We
る
should
だ
bring
ろ
this to an end soon.
そろそろ終わりにしちゃれな。
The further expression drained from Mjorn's face, leaving behind a stern one. And then, as if to withstand Audio's will, looked her into her eyes. Audio, expressing her intention with only those eyes, looked back into
お
Mjorn's.
茶
I
が
want some
欲し
tea.
い
Could
て
you
頼
feel
ん
for
で
some of that chocolate too?
さっきのチョコレートも食べといね。
Damn. Mjorn gave a small nod and then turned around.
シミコさん。
Shimiko-san, are you there? Grandma wants some
抹
tea,
茶
so
に
could
紅
you
茶入
prepare
れてあげ
some?
てください。
Far from away was responded in the affirmative. Mion, after confirming that she'd been heard, picked up the phone and began dialing.
あ、もしもし
Oh, hello, this is Mion. Yeah.
うちのお父さ
Is
ん
my father
い
there?
ます
Oh my god. There is no way that she literally called her father just so she could get tea. Oh my god. Genuine respect. Holy shit. Wow. It's even worse than me. And that's saying something. Well, okay, I'm going to be real, I'm a lot less lazy now, but when I was like a really young kid, I was fucking lazy as hell. Very kind person. Oh, it's Yukie. Stuff. Patients admitted to the hospital and can only accept calls at fixed times. That's why she wouldn't be receiving a call from him today. Yesterday she had teased him with that he got lonely so easily, so he might have struggled with the idea of calling her sooner. Oh no, he wouldn't have. If anything, that would make him do the opposite. That was much easier to imagine rather than he might just be too busy to call. Because he's just that type of person. Yukie whispered that, smiled to himself. Himself? Herself. What the fuck? The announcement that visiting hours were overplayed over the hospital intercom, along with some. Moreover, played over the hospital intercom along with some music. Oh, interesting. She exchanged pleasantries with the family of the patient that was staying in the same room as her. Probably eager for his mother to be discharged, the small child was wearing a beaming smile. Oh. GG, I suppose. The child's mother was pregnant in the bed next to mine with what may be their new brother or sister. Oh, right. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. Complete change of life for that kid, bro. He's gonna get a sibling. They're probably ready to burst with the expectations, dreams, and worries of having a new sibling. The joys of a growing family. Bathing in those warm feelings, I stroked my own belly, which had grown quite large. Oh, right. Weird. I talked with them about how many children we wanted to have. We thought about how if we had 3, it would certainly be lively. However, there was the inescapable worry of whether I would be able to handle giving birth that
で
many
もそ
times.
んなことを不
Yeah.
安に思って出
There
産を
isn't
嫌
a
う
mother
母
out
なん
there
て
who would hate to give
いない
birth
です
just
もん
because of that
ね。
worry, though. Interesting. Yuki, smiling as she said that to herself, gently stroked her stomach. The Metropolitan Police Public Safety Division. The place where that man's sense of justice had led him. Yeah. Wow. That person was actually a very gentle, very fragile person. He didn't talk much about the specifics, but I don't think he was suited for the assignment he was on right now. But as long as he said he was going to try to do his best, I would watch over him.
あなたのお父
Your
さんはね、
family, you'll see,
とっても
is a
頑張り
very
屋さんな
hard
のよ。
worker, you know.
くちょくちょくちょくちょ。
What? Weird. Yuki seemed to be enjoying herself as she talked to her own belly. Oh my god, that's even weirder. At the moment, Yuki suddenly became concerned about something and looked out of the window. It used to be this time. Long ago, she remembered that when she was little, around this time in the countryside where her grandmother lived, the Higurashi would fill the air with their chorus. Oh, this is the middle of Tokyo. Like in the countryside, you couldn't hear the song of the Higurashi. Oh, yeah, of course. Wait, so, hang on a sec. Oh, right, so it wasn't Hinamizawa, it was just in the countryside. Wow. So it's not just Hinamizawa when, like, we have the, you know, the Higurashi. That's cool. But for some reason, at the moment, Yukiya felt that she wanted to hear that song. I mean, I suppose it must be a really peaceful sight, hearing something like that. Oh, that's the end. Right, I'm actually really excited to read these. It's going to be interesting. I wonder if it's Oishi's mother's diary. There was something I didn't like about my... Oh, God. Something I didn't like about my child. I firstly realised it when I started writing these things down. They never warn you about it in any books about raising children, but they aren't just a plaything. Oh, it's maybe Akazaka's child. If they aren't able to feel loved even when they're not doing exactly as their parents want them to, then those parents are failures. This wasn't something like that, though. How can I say it? It's probably hard to express with mere words. I just want my child to be average. As long as they weren't failing behind, there was any need for them to excel at something. As long as they acted appropriately for their age, I would have been fine with it. But my child had been different ever since kindergarten. While the children in her class were running around in excitement about the field trip the next day, she only wore a bored look on her face, aloof and distant. Well, oh no, why is that a bad thing? It's good to be different, you know? Because if you're in school, you don't really care about what everyone else cares about. Not only are you unique, you have, I don't know, you sort of have your own state of personality, sort of, you're yourself in your own way, you know? You're not trying to be involved with anything else. It's not really a bad thing. When the other kids broke the equipment of the athletics festival and were apologising fervently, she only wore a bored look on her face, aloof and distant. Oh, interesting. I would have probably been laughing if they were my friends, but if they weren't, probably would have been laughing anyway. When the teacher was reading a fun picture book, only she wasn't smiling. Well, maybe that could explain that she thinks there's more to life than just kids' stories, which could either be good or bad. I don't know. It sort of depends how you look at it. Like, even if they all got to eat a delicious bento, only she wasn't happy. If it was only this, it would still be in the realm of understanding. Oh God, I hope it's only this. However, what I don't understand about my child is that if the aforementioned situations happen again, they now act in a matter befitting their age. I don't understand the principle behind that as a parent. Why were they indifferent about that field trip but happy about this one? Why were they indifferent about that picture but happy about this one? Why were they indifferent about their bento but happy about this one? The former and latter in each situation are exactly the same to me. There was even several times where I thought the former one was better. Oh God. Wait, so she did actually sort of change how she sort of felt to life in the end. That was interesting. I don't understand that child's feelings. During parent-teacher meetings, the teacher always says the same thing, and I would always respond that I don't understand my own child, and we would work together. My husband, always the optimist, once said that a young child's feelings are different from an adult, so if there were some things we didn't understand, we shouldn't worry about it. Yeah, I suppose with adults as well, they haven't been a child for a long time, so they don't really remember those feelings. I lament his lack of urgency. Wait, so whose viewpoint is this? I mean, it could be any mother, really. I mean, it could be Geichi's mum, no, it couldn't be. It actually couldn't be. I think it's probably most likely like Rika, maybe Mio. Not Satoko, obviously, God. It could be, actually. This is before they died. I don't know. One day when I was in a good mood... Oh, no, I have a feeling... No, I'm really being naive here. It's because I forgot this is Akazaka's abouts. So it was probably some mother in Tokyo, something like that. One day when I was in a good mood, I took the effort to prepare a menu that my child would enjoy, but she only smiled with a vague expression of disinterest. Oh my God, that attitude frankly made me angry, so I hear it. Oh God. On a day when the weather was nice, the laundry I had just hung up to dry was blown by a large gust of wind, causing the entire line to fall out. But fucking karma, can't lie. But she, watching me trying to pick up the laundry in a panic, stood there laughing. The attitude frankly made me angry, so oh no. I get that things make you angry, but you don't do that. Holy shit. I think the same sort of thing happened countless times. Before I knew it, my child was only able to look at me with an indifferent expression on her face. I regret the fact that I've been a bad mum. Thinking I should regain her trust, I thought to get her back little by little with some light interactions. Seeing her do some sort of craft work on the veranda, I called out to
こ
her.
こ数日気持ちのいい晴れの日が続いて
Oh, that's
気分がいいわね
awful. So my theory was wrong. God. These past few days have been nice and sunny. The air feels nice, doesn't it? God, poor kid. Oh my god, it sort of reminds me. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Happy Sugar Life, but Asahi's mum and Michelle's mum sort of reminds me of that. God, that was awful. Watching that. These past few days have been nice and sunny. The air feels nice, doesn't it? Dot 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 dot. That child with the indifferent look on her face I hated so much looked up at me for a moment and then without a word returned to immersing herself in her craft work. Oh. Up until now I would have hit her on the head just for that. I held myself back.
何を作
What
っ
are
て
you
るの
making? Is
て
it a
る
doll?
てる坊ちゃ
A
ん
weather charm. The child was using inserts from the newspaper to definitely make some weather charms. The forecast hadn't called for rain, but that child in aroma was praying that these sunny days would continue. Interesting. Being able to understand my own child for the first time in a while, I couldn't hide my own happiness. Bringing out a ball of yarn, I began to hang my child's cute weather charms from the eaves of the house. There's no
ダメ
really
よ
doll.
頭が重すぎ
Their
るから
heads are too heavy, you
逆
see.
さてるて
They
る坊
become
主になっ
reverse
ちゃった
weather
わ
charms.
これじゃ晴れじゃ
If
な
they're
く
like
て
this, they'll call the
雨
rain
になっ
instead
ちゃ
of
う
the
わよ
sun. When I started to take them down, my child tugged at the hem of my shirt as if to stop
逆
me.
さになる
That's
ように
because I made
作
them
っ
to
た
be
のだか
upside
ら
down. They're fine.
それでいいのでもリカ
But Liga, if they're upside
てる
down,
てる坊
there
主
won't
が
be a
逆さ
charm
じ
that
ゃ
calls for a sunny day, you know?
雨が
I
降
was
るよ
making
う
a
なお
charm
ま
for
じ
it to
ないを
rain,
し
so
てい
they're
るから
fine.
それ
Oh,
でいいの
that's actually very interesting. Like how Liga and Nakazaka are the same, but anybody, in terms of like their desire for rain, but like anybody would sort of think that doesn't really link them at all. It's just interesting though. I desperately suppressed the emotions welling up inside me. I was trying desperately to understand my child. Oh, I see. The morning glories in the garden were starting to get a
お
little
庭の
wilted
朝
from
顔
the
が
sun, so you
晴
wanted
れ
some
続き
rain,
で
right?
元気がなくなっちゃったから
That child
雨
turned
が
to me
欲
with
し
the
いのね
expression that I hated the most.
晴れに
I
ね
got bored of the clear weather.
飽きたの
Yeah, I don't blame her. I don't understand. I just can't understand that charm. God, that must be really awful. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I don't really think she's a very good parent if she's doing that to her fucking child. But yeah, it must kind of suck having stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm never gonna become a parent, so I don't know about stuff like that. I wouldn't know. I hope I never know. God, must be really difficult, stuff like that. Did I accidentally? Oh my god, I accidentally opened fucking Joy to Key. Out of all things. During the family. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's Tika again. During the family council, she buried herself under Oreo-san's futon again. Oreo-san dotes on her unwaveringly. And no matter whatever insolence my child commits, she doesn't mind. Oh, it's almost as though my child is a kitten or something. Oreo dotes on her exactly like you would with a kitten. Oh, as a mother, I chided her for doing that. Until Oreo-san had said 3 times that it was fine. I chided her as a formality. Of course, she never lends an ear to any of my chidings. Knowing that Oreo-san's standing was far above mine, she behaves like that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the cunning that's unbefitting of her age either. In any case, not only Oreo-san, but the rest of the old folk in the village spoil her too much. Oh, interesting. One day, I was surprised. By a chance, on the way back from some shopping, I saw her by herself just outside a candy shop, of course. My own child. Oh, He got by herself? What? Damn. Oh shit. Oh god. My child suddenly grabbed the snack, opened the package right there and started eating it. She didn't make any attempt to pay for it and she didn't even think of looking around. Oh god, she's really oblivious then. Fucking hell. It didn't even feel like she was shoplifting more than she was just brazenly eating snacks that were offered to her. I mean, I'm gonna be real. It is actually very interesting. I never really thought about that, but like, it's so easy for a kid to actually do stuff like that. I mean, even if your parents try to stop you. When I began to admonish my child, the elderly shop owner appeared and covered for her. The owner gave that a ridiculous excuse that he had said it was okay for that child to eat any of the snacks out by the entrance, so it was fine. When I tried to pay for the snacks my child had eaten, the owner refused my money. Damn. Lucky. During that exchange, more old folks had suddenly gathered around and it began to feel like I was the one in the wrong. Oh god. The elderly people all put their hands together reverently in front of my child and repeatedly voiced their requests. I was born into the Hidide family, so it wasn't like I didn't know why she was being treated specially. Yeah, I suppose. When I was still young, it was something I heard often from my grandmother. If by chance the child I gave birth to was a girl, that child would be the living incarnation of Oyasura Sama. Could you imagine if Hidiko was a boy? That'd just be... It is actually kind of funny to think, like, if she was a boy, then this whole entire plot wouldn't have happened. Like, the entire When They Cry franchise probably wouldn't have happened. It probably would have just been one world, as opposed to many. All the other vote believe she's the living incarnation of Oyasura-sama and spoil her rotten. Yeah, not only did they spoil her, but they even told her she was the living... They even told her? God, that is not something you should tell her. I mean, you should tell some... I mean... If they believe something like that, then they should tell them when they're actually mature enough to actually comprehend it. That she had a divine power. Oh god. Oh no, that's even worse. And threw all stranger photos her way. So she might have begun to believe that she was some special existence. I went around and told everybody that it wasn't good for her upbringing, so to stop telling her all these strange things. But there was no uprooting the elderly people's deep-seated superstitions. Oh, that's the worst. Yeah. Kinda doesn't surprise me, honestly. I told my child not to listen to them, but it ended up being so that she stopped listening to me. Oh, God. God, I really do feel bad for her. But at the same time, I feel like all that hitting has sort of loosened their bond, so as a result has sort of loosened all their trust, you know? Between all the old folk in the village who would dote on her and myself who only scolded her, there was no wonder who she would listen to. Yeah, I suppose. There was no mistaking that the reason she had become strange was because of those elderly villagers. Oh, I suppose. There was no doubt that they had shoved her full of strange folk tales and superstitions since she was young. I wonder when she actually learned about the Watanagasi story. And, you know, Onigati and Hinamazara's history. Could you imagine if she learnt about it, like, when she was that young? If it wasn't for that, there was no doubt my child would have been cute and normal. Yeah, I suppose. God. Right. Let's read on. Last one as well. Oh, we're in Hinamazara. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I hope there's some sort of justice that's come to it. One sunny parent-teacher day, there was a cooking class and my child was making curry rice with a practiced hand, while the other children her age were awkwardly using their kitchen knives. That child was wielding hers deftly. The teacher approached me with a smile on their face, saying it must have been a result of learning at home. I managed to pay it off with a vague smile and nod in response. That was because I had never once taught my child how to make curry rice. Interesting. Even then, she was peeling vegetables with a practiced hand, adding them into the pot in the order of which took longer to cook. Damn. That just must be weird. For a normal parent, they might unintentionally clap their hands together, happy for their child's actions. But in my case, it was different. There was no mistaking that somebody had taught her how to make that curry rice when I wasn't taking care of her. Yeah. Thinking of that, I quietly fell into an unpleasant mood. When I asked, it seemed she could also sew and do the lawn. What? How? That's so weird. I never taught her how to do those, and again, never saw her do it around the house. Yeah, being a cooking or sewing on the laundry. Again, that was probably because the elderly villagers taught her all sorts of rubbish when I wasn't looking. Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know. It all depends on how old she is here, I think. But I'm going to be real, I think it's very hard to be really young and cook with a practiced hand, so I'm assuming she's probably like maybe like 10 at this point, something like that. So it probably could make sense that she'd sort of, I don't know, like remember all these things really. And actually have had the time to sort of be taught by it when her mum was looking and stuff like that. And not only that, the probability. And not only that, they probably taught her all sorts of strange superstitions, trying to bubble up as the living incarnation of Oyasoro-sama. Yeah. God, it must be really awful, like, being in a really special circumstance like that, like she is. It's always really interesting because you really think it's always just innocent stuff. I mean, it is at the same time. It is innocent, but at the same time it sort of does have an effect, you know? I said as much to my husband, suggesting that we should keep our child away from the elderly folk, but my husband, who was in the position of being the head priest of the hooded shrine, had little power against the elderly who supported it. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, I suppose. He took the rather uncommitted stance of saying that as long as she was being doted upon, wasn't it fine? Oh no, I argued against that. Yeah, that she was our child and should be a completely normal girl. Yeah. Even if she is the fucking reincarnation of Lemon or Oyasoro-sama, she should still, like, try and be normal, I suppose, but, yeah, I don't know. At the same time, I'm kind of forgetting something. It isn't bad not to be normal, and I do kind of get the feeling that if her mother was just a little more grateful and for her and, like, how different she is, and, like, maybe that could be a good thing. Like, she's really different. She's not raising just some generic kid. I don't know. But, like, I think she could be more appreciative of her. Definitely. But I don't really know. I don't really know much about, like, parenting. So, I wouldn't be one to cover. No, I'm just using basic common sense, actually. If I have any, that is. Those are the elderly were expecting that she was the living incarnation of Oyasoro-sama was simply odd. I suppose. It's just really bad luck though, especially that you give birth to it. Like, God. The elderly villagers believe that child has the divine powers. I mean, okay, that's kind of fair enough because of the whole future predicting thing, you know, that happened in this chapter actually. We will discuss the weather for the following day, but then there were many times where I left the house without an umbrella and came back soaking wet. Rather than having a clairvoyance, that was just second-hand knowledge from her watching the news all the time. Ooh. Oh. The things that she knew that she shouldn't have known were just the result of people who were trying to indoctrinate her and the people who were gossiping, getting together in the village. Yeah, I suppose. God, it's just really interesting. You never really think about this sort of effect until it's sort of told to you. Because you always think it's all innocent. You really don't realise that even things... Because none of this has bad intentions, I suppose. All of it's just innocent stuff, but the effect it has is really bad. But to be fair, like, they should be really a lot more mature about it. I mean, like, even if they do genuinely believe, like, a child's a sort of reincarnation of some really big god, like, I still don't think it's right to tell them before they're mature enough, you know? However, there certainly were days where everybody thought it was going to be sunny all day and that child would stubbornly not go out with an umbrella. not go out without an umbrella. Oh, interesting. It would occasionally rain and in the end we'd be saved. There might also have been times where Rika knew of major accidents in foreign countries faster than the news did. I thought that she must have had a break over the radio or something. No, I think she shouldn't have, and something like that was in front of me right now, wasn't it? That child was making curry rice when there shouldn't have been anybody who taught her how to. No, that couldn't possibly be the case. Somebody had taught her, indoctrinated her. When I wasn't taking care of her, somebody had indoctrinated Rika with something. Wait, hang on. There's just a major flaw in this. Why would she not be taking care of her daughter? I mean, like, I suppose she could be doing work, but if... Wait, hang on. What does she do when both of the parents are out of work? Because there has to be times where, like, both of the parents are out at work and nobody's there to sort of look after her. I hope that's not the case. Because that could definitely explain the whole old people thing. Furude-san's curry is absolutely splendid. I'll give it a gold star. Oh. Where did you learn to cook Furude-san? At home? Oh, that's interesting. Yes, oh. The other parents in attendance were impressed. Lies, all lies. I didn't teach her anything. Who was it? It was the person who had completely indoctrinated my child. She was normal, average daughter, not the living incarnation of Oyasada or something. Bro, for real. But at the same time, like, fake. Because she kind of is, I suppose, in the whole beliefs. But yeah, there we are. Those were the tips. Now I want to sort of go to the review session. It's going to be very interesting, this. We're going to see all the characters. Well, we're going to... Thank you very much for playing Higurashi no calling me Himatsubushi. No, when I said we're going to... Gozaimasu! I love that. But anyway, we're probably not going to see like any of the characters. We're probably going to see Oishi, Akazaka, maybe some of the Mahjong folk. No, Rika as well, definitely. We're probably not going to see all the Hinamizawa dudes. Squad. Yeah, there's Rika. Oh my god, she tried to do it. My mind, no matter what anybody else is saying, I was the star of the scenario this time. On top of that, I added some nice jazzy theme music. If you can't laugh here, where can you laugh? True, I suppose. Damn. Yeah, what's you got the jazz, bro? Anyway, hasn't there been too much of you lately, Oishi? Eek. What do you mean by that, Rika? Oh my god. Yep, I would have almost felt like I'd be missing out if I didn't see, you know, the squad. She meant that literally. It's Satoko! No way! It's really impudent of you to try and hold the spotlight here, even though you had all that screen time. What about Akazaka? Is he just that one person hiding in the corner, saying, I am not involved in this? Besides, Rika-chan, who was the main heroine? Besides Rika-chan, who was the main heroine, everybody else didn't really have any appearances, did they? For real. I heard this time the scenario was a bit of a side story, but I didn't think that they would have to leave out the main cast this much. You didn't have it so bad, Mion-san. Yeah, bro, for real, Mion was literally like, she was young in it. She was sort of in it a little bit. She had like maybe 2 lines for the entire thing. Nah, I'm just kidding. She probably had like maybe 50 at the very most. I don't know. At least you had a few appearances, didn't you know? Whereas Deno-san and I didn't have even a cameo. And Sion as well, if you count her. Deno still shows up on the covers a lot, so she's still okay. Bro, Deno's in like... But then I was literally on like every Higurashi cover, I swear. Not on Sotsu, but every other one. And she actually is though. Like on the anime. And for the visual novel, I suppose. I mean, she's on the icon of the first game. And she's also the icon of the... She's also on the on the poster of the first game. She's not on the poster of any other one, to be fair. But I don't know. Exactly what you were trying to say then? That I was the only outcast with no appearance? Is that it? But Satoko had literally had like an entire game dedicated to her last time. Like, she can't really say much. Best response. Just evade it entirely. Let's fucking go. They only treat me horribly. They'll probably keep treating you worse and worse until you finally drop down to a supporting role. Well, at least she's not getting like brutally blimmin'. At least she's not like getting, you know, shit. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd rather get nothing than what she was getting in chapter 3. Wow, that's just too much. Eek. That's not true. There's a lot of people like Satoko-chan. They won't treat you horribly, okay? I don't like being treated like this. Wow. Oh, I think you'll probably have a lot of appearances next time. If I didn't emphasize that enough before. So cheer up, okay? But I heard this scenario was supposed to be somewhat of a bonus story. But is it really? I think the things just kind of got complicated. Bro. The story was difficult for me to understand. Bro, Myeon saying that it had got complicated? She's only just realised that? What? How? Bro, this story is like one of the most complicated ones. Yeah, what I found the hardest to believe was that the year before the string of mysterious death, Nika-chan already knew about them. Bro, for real. Then it's just like 99% of the viewers here. Well, readers, but like, yeah. Which means all the incidents were part of somebody's scenario. Oh boy. Myeon and the detective. Wait till Oishi or Akazaka. That's a pretty important piece of information. Yeah, for real. It's probably because I'm a shrine maiden, so I knew the future from Oyasuro-sama's divine relations. Oh my god. How? For somebody like me who believes in the theory that it was the work of human culprits, I'd like to deny that. But for real, how could it even be possible? I mean, to be fair, you don't really know the difference between real and fantasy in this game, I swear. I believe in the curse, so that Rika-chan, the one who's delivering reincarnation of the deity that protects Himatsubushi, or Yasuno-sama, could have that divine power is a possibility, I think. I suppose. Oh, no. Yeah, I know. It sort of depends on which view you sort of go for. For somebody who thinks it was the work of man, that kind of unfounded fantasy will not stand. All the incidents were caused by people. There's no curse or magic or aimbots or cheat codes. Eek. I can imagine just like cheat code. Oh my god, no way. So the incident, right? The Hinamizawa incident. I'm just gonna get my aimbot. I'm just gonna shoot somebody with a silencer. It could actually be like a. I mean, I'm gonna be real. If they didn't show the ways in which the people were actually killed, that could actually be a like precise theory. If they didn't specify, like for example, like head being bashed open for Satoko's aunt, then I suppose it could have been actually like a valid theory. Just like somebody's silencer aimbot, they could have just, I don't know, killed. Oh god, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm not being serious, if you can obviously tell, but like fucking hell. Cheat codes as well. Oh wait, it'd be wonderful I could use magic though. I forgot about cheat codes though. Like, with cheat codes, oh, I bet you Rika doesn't even know what a cheat code or an aimbot is. Same for Dena, actually. Of course Myeon does though. She's probably played like countless fighting games, but like anyway. That's actually kind of a good point. They wouldn't have had cheat codes or rainbots in the 1980s. So how could they have known? Suspicious, obviously. Obviously. I mean, anyway, what I was going to say is, I'm just kind of confused that, like... Oh no, if they used a cheat code, then why couldn't everybody in, like, I don't know, Sathelkor's family, they could have just used, like, the die cheat code, you know? They could have just used, like, Sathelkor's parents especially, they could have just used, like, cheat code, make all your terrain disappear, and then they could have activated it at the worst time. That's why the accident happened. It's been explained. No way. Oh my god. What a breakthrough. If it's Rika-chan, I could go with that. Of course you could, bro. Well, for the people who believes it was the work of humans, the ending was a big revelation. Yeah. No, I suppose. I mean, I'm gonna be real. If I believed it was just the work of humans, I'm kind of like in mixed minds. I sort of believe both, but like, it's just so weird about her being able to predict the future, though. It really is, because you can either take it one way or the other. You can take it as the way, like, humans have premeditated this, they planned it years in advance. Well, they planned it just as the dam had happened. Or you could say, like, Oyasuro-sama really is like a fortune teller. Future teller, even. I don't know why I said fortune, but like, yeah. He's a future teller, he can do anything, really. It's so weird. From the first incident until Rika-chan was killed in the great disaster, everything was scripted. True. All the voice lines in this game, they were scripted. Nah. That's a basic good event. Knowing it's all one big incident vastly increases the amount of material you can hypothesize with. Suppose. I think the probability is proof in itself that Rika-chan has some sort of divine power. In other words, it's proof that there's some mysterious power at work in humans. I think it's proof that the incidents weren't the work of humans alone. Interesting. The inside of my head is so muddled I don't even know what's going on. Oh, of course she does. She wouldn't reveal the mystery. What the fuck would that be? Like, literal fucking sacrilege that would be. Can't do that. Oh, that's right, more importantly. And I say sacrilege because Higurashi is obviously a religion. Obviously. Well, I mean, to be fair, I do play the VN every day. Obvious ritual. No way. Alright, more importantly, the expression that Rika-chan was wearing this time, that was super scary, wasn't it? Meep. Yeah, I was a bit surprised too. I never thought that cute little Rika-chan would laugh like that. Hey, just for a little bit, could you show us that face once more? Oh my god. Oh, of course he doesn't. I don't want to do that outside of the story. What? What is this? A blackout? Oh shit. Shit has suddenly got real. And we've got some music that I've never actually heard before. Wait, no, I think this was in some sort of really powerful scene, really sad scene as well. I don't remember which one. I think it was maybe like Tatari Goroshi or something like that. I don't know, but like, yeah, nobody moved. Any weird movements, and you will come face to face with synchronized Gatling guns, multiple homing missiles, and be cut up by laser sabers for the finisher. Doesn't sound like a very pleasant death. God. So, Sathelkor, what's the meaning of this? We'll now be starting the after party for everybody who didn't have an appearance this time. Let's go. Eek. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. Hello again, everybody. I didn't have an appearance here from places. I'm delighted though. But for real, Tomitake didn't die for once. How? Satoko-san, thank you. Well, hello, Rory. Kya? What? Is that Sion? Oh. Eek. That's all I can say. Oh my, didn't I move you not to warn you not to move? Move you not to warn. Ah, yes. What's the point of that? Yuga-san, are you okay? Ojo-san. You didn't have to go this far.
出番がなかった恨みは恐ろしいんですの
The
よ
regret of somebody not making an appearance isn't a terrible thing. But you literally can't do that. You've not made an appearance too. I've not appeared in Higurashi. Himatsubushi scumbag. What a good insult right there.
本編の分ま
Satoko
で
had lots of
里子が大
appearances
活
in the
躍
main
なのです
scenario. Yeah.
出番なし
The
の
regret of
恨み
somebody
とは
not making an appearance. Damn it, when was he able to set this many traps?
ここがお疲れ様会の会場に
Maybe
選
that
ばれ
when this place was selected as the venue for this after
その
party,
時点で
at
すで
that
に
point the traps
私
were
のト
already
ラップ
set.
にかかっていたということになるんではありません
Hang
の
on. I thought that was going to make sense for things, but that just sort of makes them even more complicated. What? How could she have known? Well, I mean, to be fair, this is Satoko, so yeah. I think that's just all we have to say, really. Obviously scripted.
そうか
Oh,
あ
I
ん
know.
たの
There's
後ろ
somebody
で糸を
behind
引
you
いて
pulling
い
the
るやつがいる
strings.
ね
Hmm.
いるんでしょ
There is, isn't there? Who though? Come on. I bet you it's gonna be Katie. Oh. Maybe. I think if this is Katie, then that's gonna be a little bit. That'll be a little bit weird. Oh my god. So of course that would actually make sense though. Yeah. Hello, my sister. How are you doing? Oh, T-Town. Hello. Yeah. Oh shit.
同じ罠に2度もかかっ
I feel sorry
て
for
かわい
falling
そ
for
か
the
わい
same
そうで
trap.
す
Oh my god. Damn. I thought it was you, Sion. Oh, of course it was Sion. Who the fuck would it? Oh, would it be otherwise? I mean, it could be Casey Akazaka. But like, why would a police officer be doing stuff like that? Maybe Tomita-kun or Kamara-kun?
何気に主役張ったシナリオ
Even
ま
though
で
you
あるの
get to
に
be
こ
the
の
main
ロー
character
ゼ
for
系
a scenario, this is how you behave.
あんたはやってく
Now
れ
you've
るじゃ
gone
な
and
い
done
の
it. Oh boy.
大東
Even
編
if it's
前の
only
折り返
the
しをおま
bonus
けし
scene
ない
before
よ
the
とはい
answer
え
arcs, I can't
お
let my
姉
sister
だ
have
け
all
に
the
出番を許
appearances.
す
I'm
ほ
not
ど
that
私も寛大
generous,
じ
you
ゃないっ
know.
てことですまあそんなわけでちょっとさとこを
Well,
焚きつけさせて
In
もら
any
いま
case, I
し
just
た
let Satoko start a little something something. Eek.
シオン
Girl, Sion, what is it
あ
that
ん
you
た何が望み
want?
なの
Oh my god, I love.
安全圏の
Let's just
確
say that
保
I'm
と
securing
でも
myself a
言い
little
ますか
safety buffer. Interesting.
昨今です
The other day,
ね
for some reason,
どうい
you
う
were
わけか
steadily getting me
お
more
姉が
votes
じ
in
り
the
じりと手を
popularity
伸ばしてるん
poll.
ですよね
Damn. Eek.
共通
Yep,
ル
in
ー
the
ト
first
の
half of
兄
the
ちゃん
Model
応援
Legacy
経
chapter,
験が
there
開
were a lot
発
of
陣
people
の間
getting
でも結構多いん
infatuated
だ
with me.
よ
So. In the first half, yeah. In the second half, who the fuck was I feeling in love with? Ah! Slight screaming noises, please. Eek. She's a demon now,
恋路
obviously.
の悪いあ
When
んたの
Melissa's
ボロが
side
出
has
て
made it,
プレイヤー
when
諸権
Melissa's
はやっ
side
と
made its
私の魅
appearance,
力
all
に
the
気づいて
players
きたってこ
finally
とだ
started
ね
noticing my charm.
さとこもたたり
Satoko
殺し
also
で高
earned
評価
a
らしい
good
し
reputation during the Tatarigoroshi arc.
ルナやリカちゃん
Then
には
now
根
Nick
強い
have
固
a
定
strong
票がある
baseline
し
of support.
あ
Yeah.
んたの人
Your
気もとっくに
popularity
陰
has
ってる
long
ってこ
since
とだ
faded
ね
away. Oh god, she's got to gain that
そういうわけ
popularity
で
back. That's why.
不穏に票を伸
I
ば
thought
す
I'd
お
take the
姉
time
や
now
さ
to
とこ
crush you and
こ
Satoko.
こいらで
You've
一
been
つ
getting too
叩き
many
落と
votes
して
for
おこう
my
と思う
comfort.
こういう王子
So I
たち
come
を
up with
出
this
させてもらった
elaborate
というわ
plan.
けです
シオンさ
Oh,
ん
Sion-san,
今
what did you just say now?
私も
You're gonna
叩き
cross
落とす
me
で
as
すって
well?
おちびちゃんは
What?
気
You're a
づく
little
の
bit
が
such nose,
遅
aren't
い
you? Shorty! Here you go. What? Oh my god! Shit! She had a... Oh my god! But she had a trap as well. Fucking hell. Brutal.
さよなら
Goodbye,
レ
all
ギ
you
ュラーの
regulars.
皆さん
Hello to
こ
all
ん
you
にちは
irregular
あんた
folk.
たちメイン
All
ヒ
the
ロ
main
インは
characters are
これ
done
で
for.
おしまいです
Interesting.
そこま
Sion
で
chan,
や
you
ら
don't
な
have
く
to
て
go
も
that
いい
far,
んじゃないかな
probably.
ジロ
Now
面
the
白い
innocent
からほっ
is
ときましょう
interesting, so
私
let
た
it
ち
be.
二
The
人の
number
出
of
番が
appearances
い
from
っ
both of
ぱい
us is
増え
gonna
る
go
よ
up, you know? Ooh. Ah, that's good. I can definitely see Takano-san, but don't know about Tomitake.
ジローさんは
Jiro-san, do you not like
私と一
being
緒
by my side?
いや
That's not
そんなこと
true.
ないよ
Divorce time. Eek. Oh. Dear Sensei, did Chi-chan pay you off too? Oh, I'm sorry, Ryuga-san. And Shion-san said something. She would make me a new segment called Teach Me Dear Sensei. And starting from the next scenario, so I just... Oh my god. Damn. Bro, Shion is just stealing all the clout. Well then, who's that disposed of next in the most embarrassing manner? Maybe Sadako since he helped me set this all up. Oh my god. Brutal. Bro, I love this. I think it's really funny that she's actually gone out of her way to sort of make this sort of a trap-filled afternoon, and yet she's sort of like, I don't know, I won't allow that. Wait, oh god, who's that? Oh, it's Irie. Gosh. He seems to be someone reliable for once. I, Kyosuke Irie, shall not allow any aggression to Sadako-chan. Of course. I may just be a supporting character, but don't you think you can persuade me so easily? Oh, then you're saying you want me to withdraw from being the lead in the documentary Sadako-chan? Oh god, the replan of it. Oh, what the fuck? Why? Just why? Oh my god. Bro, if it was just Irie, that would be bad enough. But Shion as well, that's kind of like, what the fuck? I also get Irie, so... Bro, that voice is just so weird. He shall follow her to the depths of hell. Eek. That's all I have to say. That was fast. Well then, with this, I'm holding all the cards. Even in this after party scene too, I'll have everything proceed as I see fit. Bruh, this bitch is just stealing the clouds. Oh, we're missing somebody. Shion-sama, Ryuga-san isn't here. Oh, she escaped at some point. Damn. There we go, Ryuga-san. Didn't I tell you she didn't move? Oh no, Lena-chan, I won't do anything to hurt you, but it's easier if you don't resist. I'm sorry, but all this is really bizarre. What are you trying to do? The Meakashi script. I see you're planning to secure your role before any of the lines get cut out, aren't you? Bruh. She's gonna actually overthrow the script writers. I can't believe it. Hey, resistance. Kinda true. Lena-san, you should stop your pointless resistance and just come along peacefully. If you make me angry enough, then not only will you suffer, but also my dear sister as well. Damn. That's fucking cold. You can't do anything just by getting your hands on the script. Lena, I'm sorry, but do what they say. It's alright, don't worry. No, Lena! What are you doing? Now that we have the Meakashi script, we can reverse the situation. What? Reverse the situation exactly what you schemed? Lena-san, you're pretty good at making me laugh. Then why don't you go ahead and try? Show me how you're getting to turn this around. You're spoiled, Chi-chan. Even if you didn't have any appearances in the main scenario, you've always had so much screen time during the after party. You're spoiled. Eek. When exactly are you saying I'm spoiled? You don't understand, Chi-chan. Even if it's just the after party, you still have an appearance. You also revealed a lot in the previous scenarios. She did, for real. There's somebody who resents you from the depths of hell who can't forgive you. Listen, can't you hear it, Chi-chan? Obviously satanic reference here. Oh my god. I just love this. So Chi-chan has obviously been possessed. That's right, I understand now. There's evil meaning behind it. No way, I get it. Get it. Oh. That's why he never has any appearances during the afterplay. That's actually kind of something. In this novel, if Keiichi doesn't have an appearance, this is gonna be the only game where Keiichi literally hasn't said a single line. I know. That's like really fucking weird. Like, that is impossible. look at Sion just wanting to get all the screen time and trying her hardest to, and then there's just Keiichi who gets nothing and he's just cool with it. Bruh moment right there. Sion is scummy confirmed. There's no way Keiichi would allow somebody to monopolize the after parties all to themselves without him. Fair. I see, so how's Keiichi going to appear when he's still with the studio recording lines? It's not as if anybody here will have surprised his load. That's your self-centered way of thinking, Sita. Eek. God. No, that voice word. That's the voice word count from Akazaka's part. Huh? I'm so confused. It's finally a time case good. Eek. Oh my god. He's here. Bro. I'm not gonna lie, if the only lines he have is laughter, that's gonna be so funny. The voice is Keiichi. No way, he's supposed to be still recording lines in the studio. Oh my god. You're right, I wasn't just into it now. Bruh, this dude, not only is he skiving, but he's doing work just deliberately from the wrong setting. Oh my god. When's new voice active for Keiichi? Man's gonna get fired soon. Every time I get left up at the studio, you can just chill. I get told you can just join the after party if you beat someone on the remaining word counts. Oh my god, is that actually? Wow. But I always have 2 or 3 times. But I always have 2 or 3 times the script volume of the other characters, make it impossible. It's like the sound director doesn't want to let me join the party from the get-go. At least that's what I heard. But finally, somebody overtook me. A certain character. Sion, please your eyes on this. That's right. Now she's appearing in more scenes as the main character. Sion. Now she's appearing in more scenes as the main character. Sion has to speak twice the lines she had so far. Oh. Interesting. And since Sion and Mion have the same PA cast, let's double it again. What? Okay, I'm genuinely surprised. So Sion is the same voice actor as Mion? Is that actually true? God, that's actually really, really impressive. I didn't actually know it was possible to sort of like do voices so different. I mean, I get that they do sound the same, but like they just sound kind of different, you know? Like, I think if I heard Sion and Mion's voice side by side, it would actually be kind of hard for me to tell that like they're twins. That is so impressive. As a result, I've finally been excused for turning back. Meaning Sion, it's your turn to be left behind. No way, I have to speak this much for Miyakashi. Let's see, Keizan has about 500 and Sion has oh my god. Holy shit. So a total of all these characters together in a normal adventure game. Further adding on Mion's lines, meaning a total of... Oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So, with that, Lena, you have my thanks. When even the moon abandons the land and shrouds it in true darkness, the demon lord of the darkest black, Mayabara Keiichi, shall appear. He will avenge you in your line count. As he ever like this, he can appear even if he doesn't have any character art. There's no character or background art, so it's really easy on the production staff. Wow, Sion, you act like you're the main character in a tragedy, but from my point of view, it's more like a comedy. It seems like you got a little carried away. after party, always being last in the studio, missing every after recording meal, witness my anger, my grudge, and all of my sorrow. As you insist it all upon you, it almost seems like Gearskin is doing some sort of bad guy transformation sequence. This is some sort of transformation. I'll have you know, I've always been a demon lord. What? And as of right now, this world, which is enveloped within true darkness, shall dance upon the palm of my hand. Eek. Within this world of darkness, there are none who can oppose me. Gearskin is kind of scary. Scary? Wow. The age of the frightening Higurashi has come to an end. From here... Oh god. That doesn't sound very appetizing. Appetizing? Oh god. That was probably the worst word I could have used. Like something you want to read, you know? Intriguing, that's a good word. Appetizing, fucking hell. From here on out, it begins the dawn of a perverting Higurashi. Please no. What? Why, Bada-sama, bring me with you. You know it, courage. Then as the first step, I'll show our What the fuck? What is this? Tata-san is in a mini-skirt. Oh god. And there's also some pink one that you find it in the gold. He knows what he's doing. He's probably... Oh my god. There is no way that was the choice. That was the reason behind the choice of the outfit. I cannot believe that. I don't want to believe that. Even though she's a nurse, she doesn't appear in that outfit even once during the main scenario. You've got to be kidding me. Bro, I know, for real. Well then, on to the next target. Oh no. Oh no. What are they gonna do? No, this doesn't change the situation at all. It's just turned into a different type of crisis. Oh, I can't do anything in this darkness. No, who should I make? Well, what next? Maybe a nice school uniform, gym clothes, school swimsuit. What the fuck? Why? My Bada-sama got the... Of course. Ah yes, idiot. This man is a qualified doctor. Let's just say that. Oh god. I don't even want to ask what that is. No way, how about just making it? But of course, Luke. What the fuck? Oh, that's a good idea. Bruh. These dudes really need to go to horny jail already. Holy shit. My glasses. My eyes! My eyes are actually really tired at the moment. I kind of hope this ends soon just so I can go to bed. That's a good idea. You know your stuff. You know your stuff. But of course he does. He's a fucking adult. I feel like we're finally seeing eye to eye. Oh god. Where am I about to sign? No. Okay. Oh my god, of course he calls him that. Can we Edie from now on? Can we Dr. Edie? You can't forget about us. Tommy and Crowder. Tommy and Crowder on your side. K. Tommy, Crowder, we're all finally here. The Elite Four have arrived. Oh no. So is it just like... No, don't tell me Oishi's in it on it as well. Wait, no, if you remember in Onikakushi-kin, you remember when Oishi had lunch with Geichi? Like when he was really paranoid and just telling him about any sort of information regarding like things that he found suspicious? Yeah, Angel Mort, that's all I'm gonna say on that matter. He probably is. It's kind of sad. Finally, with K in their head, the evil Elite Four made their grand entrance. Who the fuck is this narrator? We've never had this before.
暗黒を得
With the
て
complete darkness,
つい
the
に
demon
地上
lord of
に
the
五輪
darkness
を
black,
発した
Gaty
漆黒の魔
Mayabara
王
was finally able to reach the surface
そ
world.
の魔力
His
は
magical power
絶
was
大この
without
闇で
equal
は
in this darkness.
誰にも
Nobody
立
could
ち向か
ever
え
stand
屈
against
す
it.
る他
All
な
must
あ
bow.
あヒロインたち
Will the
は
heroes be
この
unable
闇を
to
抜け
escape
出
this
せ
darkness and be forced to
魔王
submit
た
to
ちの思うがま
to
ま
the
に
will of the demon
恥
of
ずかしい
the
衣装を次々と強要され
Oh god. I love this narrator. He's just I feel so bad for whoever's acting this. I mean, they're just trying to have serious lines. They're just trying to have lines. The only lines they have is just talking about how fucking perverted like half the main cast are. In the most serious voice as well.
等身
Being
大
used
世
as
界人
livestock.
形の扱いをされてしまうの 最
That's
高だぞ
very
もっ
sad.
とやれっ
That's even sadder.
ていうか
By the way, this
つくみずはちゃんと着るタイプだろうな
is there a
競泳
difference?
型だったら
Or
許さん
is it
ぞ
competitive?
ダークシオン
Oh my god. Damn it,
Anta no
Sean.
sei
Thanks
de
for you
kona
edited
kanda
up
kara.
all like this and do
Anta
something
nato kudasai
about
yo.
it. Oh god, she's probably going to make it even worse now. Because
Kurayami
otherwise
no
this
naka
Geichan
de
isn't the only one who
shin no
can
chikara o
unleash
uruta
their
Keichan da
true
kedo.
power amid the darkness. But lucky. Good.
そんな都合の
Did
い
we
い
have such a
こと
convenient ally? The rather impertinent Tomazaki Sion. Also, if you were expecting help from the principal, that's too bad. The ultimate. Oh god, if you go yourself a man, do your best. It's written on this knife authorization slip. Oh my god. Why? Of course. Oh, of course we won't be able to rely on this newcomer Akazaka-san either. I actually just sort of thought about something. Akazaka is like the only father we're introduced into, like the main sort of set of characters in like this entire story. Or am I forgetting somebody, I wonder. But anyway, like Akazaka-san. I hope he doesn't think like that. Oh god. Spent a private couple hot springs vacation his wife's family set up for them reefs since yesterday. Of course, since yesterday. In other words, all the bases are covered. You're so naive, Geichan. Even characters who have no art able to reveal their true form in darkness.
とある誰かも死ぬというわけで
Tia
そうい
Sensei.
うわけです
Oh god.
前原君
That's how it is, my Baraku. It's dark, so I can't really tell, but it seems like Tia
なんだか
Sensei's
小さい
outfit is
なんですか
different.
あの両手
What
に
are
いっ
those?
ぱ
Are
いの
those
剣を
swords in her?
まさかそう言った
They're
ら
gonna
何
be
でも
like
反則
the black.
それ以上は内緒
Oh
なの
my
ですよ
god, any more than that is a secret. Tia Sensei the demon? No way.
前原
My Baraku.
少し追い
That was just a
たが
little
過
bit
ぎた
too
よ
much
うで
mischief on your part. Oh my god. Is he gonna kill him or
こ
something
れ以上
ridiculous?
は
The
教会
Jets
も
can't
見直せません
overlook any more than this. Oh my god, is Tia a Christian? What? Wait a minute, there's no way that's cheating. It's against the rules. Hey, you can't do this, right? Well, wait, you can't use the big one, huh? Have drive has startup invisibility. Oh my god, this everything. Oh god. I have a feeling. Bruh, that was the end? Okay then. Well, it looks like Tia became demonic for some reason. And then Gacy was probably killed. And then, yeah. Hello again. How thank you very much for playing.
暇つぶしをお楽しみくださり誠にありがとうございました
Thank you very much for playing Higurashi when they cry Himatsubushi. I think you already know this, but Higurashi when they cry is a type of visual novel without any choices. Therefore, compared to adventure type visual novels with branching routes to take, it's much more closer to the experience of a book or a movie. Yeah. Because of that, there is the opinion out there that this should not be called a game per se. If you're just watching it like a book or movie, Higurashi when they cry isn't really a game. True. That's why, as you know, there are a lot of mysteries referenced during the course of the experience. When you challenge those, the world will become a proper game. Interesting.
プレイヤーの皆
All the
さん
players
に
have
は
the privilege of
この
scrutinizing
謎
this
に
mystery
満ちた
packed story from
物語
all
を
sorts of
様々な角度
angles.
例えば
For example,
劇中に散りば
formally
められ
thinking
た
about the
謎について
mysterious
推理をし
about the
それを
mysteries
発
during the
表
course
して
of the story.
反響を得たり
Sharing
す
them
る
with
こ
your
と
friends
も
and
また
receiving
楽
their
しい
theories
か
in
と思
return
い
could
ま
be
す
fun. Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more, but the only thing is I don't really know who I could share them with. I know like nobody who plays this game like that I could talk to easily a lot of the time. I don't know. In any case, the next chapter starts the answer arcs. That's going to be very interesting. We've tentatively called it Meakasi, but answers are a sad thing. Based on what is revealed, all the possibilities that you are allowed to imagine until now will suddenly become refined down to a few. Based on that logic, we think that right here, before the answer arcs, it's probably where people can enjoy this work we call Higurashi when they cry the most. Oh, I suppose because you have like the most theories, it's not because like, I don't know, like the question arcs are just objectively way better than the answer arcs. Nah. Luckily not. The answer arcs, oh my god, I'm excited for them. If by chance, while you were reading this, you already have the Meakasi chapter at hand, please enjoy hypothesizing, theorizing, and fantasizing to the fullest before you start. That's where the real charm of the series takes place. Bro, I know. Sorry for saying something so impudent. There's nothing better we'd like than for you to enjoy Higurashi when they cry. Well then, have a long and pleasant night. We're all waiting for you in Hinamizawa. That's kind of funny you say that because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna have a short night. It's your fault, Nina! Psst. Copy a saying. If you come and play with Deno, I'd love to go try and thing together. What the fuck? I can't do that, man. I live in England. It would actually be very interesting. Like, so Hinamizawa in real life is called Shirakawago. Shirakawago. Or something like that. Shirakawago. It's hard to say. But like, yeah. Sort of the village is called in real life. I wonder, it'd just be really interesting, like not only visiting the village, but actually like going to, let's say, a dam where the dam construction site was actually like objectively placed on like the Higurashi map. You could just follow the directions the characters go in the anime, and then you could see what you find there, or like the construction site as well. That would be very interesting to see if there was any real life equivalent. I'd love to see that. Hal, of course. Oh, so that was the end of it. My god, that was really fucking cool, man. Oh boy, shit's really gonna get real tomorrow. We're gonna start Meakasi. We're gonna fucking have fun. I mean, Meakasi isn't gonna... I have a feeling like a few days it's just gonna be spent like, you know, getting like familiarized, just having chill time, having fun and games, you know, endless fun and games, I should say. And then shit's gonna get real. And my god, I cannot wait for like when she gets real. Because you see, I played the anime. I watched the anime, so I actually kind of know like a little bit of an overview of the plot. But I'm gonna be real, the anime has so much of the plot like not included compared to the visual novel. But like watching the anime only gives you the sort of sequence of events. It doesn't really give you much more than that. To be fair, I have watched Meakasi twice. I've actually watched it 3 times. No, I have watched it 3 times. So because like it is sort of my go-to when rewatching Higurashi if I want to watch something really dark, because yeah, you know. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to play that. I mean, I just want to say before I leave today that like, my god, it was really fun playing these tips. I'm going to be real, I actually enjoyed these tips a lot more than the ones I'd enjoyed before. The ones I played before even. I think these are really fun. I kind of like that there were less of them as well, but yeah. That's not really something I should be judging. Wait, I'm actually kind of interested. How many, if we look on the character jump, how little days are there? Yeah, there's only 4 days in this. Damn. It's interesting, that. Right. Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to begin Meakasi, and my god, I can't wait for it. So, yeah. Until then, I've already gave my thoughts on this game. I thought it was absolutely brilliant, like usual. I thought the anime was also really good as well. It's just a really, really fun game. And it was very interesting. I think it was very interesting to sort of get a break from the story, you know, get a sort of smaller story, more sort of, I want to say more interesting, like from another point of view, sort of seeing what happened before Hinamizawa, before all the, well, in Hinamizawa's history, really getting a sort of perspective on all of it. I loved it. It really was good. And I hope Miyakashi will be just as good. So yeah, I'm gonna go now and see you tomorrow, where we begin the 5th chapter.